Pippi, a playful penguin, lived in the snowy town of Iceberry. He loved exploring more than anything else. One sunny day, Pippi was playing hide-and-seek with his brother. Chasing a shiny fishtail, he wandered off further than usual. He giggled, thinking he'd found the perfect hiding spot. But when he turned around, his brother was nowhere to be seen. Panic began to set in for the little penguin. He was lost, completely and utterly lost. Identical snowy hills stretched in every direction. A thick, cloudy sky made it even harder to see. Pippi remembered his mother's wise words. Stop, look, and listen. He took a deep breath, trying to calm his racing heart. Gathering his courage, Pippi started to observe his surroundings. The wind was blowing from the west, he noticed. He remembered a warm rock near their home, facing the east. That could be a helpful landmark, he thought. Suddenly, he spotted something white in the snow. It was a puffin feather, small and delicate. Pippi knew that his friend Puff lived nearby. Could Puff help him find his way back home? A flicker of hope ignited within the little penguin. He decided to follow the subtle signs around him. The wind, the rock, and now the puffin feather. He started walking in the direction the wind was coming from. He hoped it would lead him closer to the warm rock. Each step was filled with a mix of fear and determination. He missed his family terribly and wanted to go home. But he knew he had to be brave and keep. He focused on the puffin feather, a symbol of hope. He imagined Puff's friendly face, cheering him on. The snowy hills seemed less daunting now. He was no longer just a lost penguin. He was an explorer on a mission to find his way. He continued walking, his little feet sinking into the snow. The wind howled, but Pippi kept his head down. He scanned the ground for more clues, anything to guide him. He spotted a small, broken fish shell nearby. That was another sign that he was on the right track. Puff often ate fish near his home, Pippi remembered. His hope grew stronger with each new discovery. He felt like he was getting closer to something familiar. Then he saw them, small, waddling tracks in the snow. They were definitely penguin tracks, but smaller than his. Could they be Puff's tracks? Pippi wondered excitedly. He followed the tracks, his heart pounding with anticipation. The tracks led him towards a dark opening in a snow hill. It was a cave, and it smelled strangely familiar. Pippi hesitated for a moment, then stepped inside. The cave was dim, but he could see a familiar shape. It was Puff. He was sitting near a pile of fish bones. "Puff!" Pippi cried out, his voice filled with relief. Puff looked up, surprised to see his friend. "Pippi, what are you doing here?" he asked. Pippi explained that he was lost and needed help. Puff listened patiently, then smiled warmly. "Of course, I'll help you get home," he said. "I know the way back to Iceberry." Pippi jumped for joy, so happy to have found his friend. Together, they began their journey back home. Pippi felt safe with Puff by his side. Pippi followed the Puff and Feather, his heart pounding with a mix of hope and anxiety. He spotted a broken fish shell glinting faintly in the snow. Then, small waddling tracks appeared, pressed delicately into the icy ground. Each clue reinforced his determination. He was on the right path. The tracks led him towards a cluster of jagged rocks in the distance. The wind carried a familiar scent, a comforting aroma of fish and seaweed. He recognized it instantly. Puff's cave, a place of warmth and laughter. Pippi cautiously approached the entrance, his voice a soft whisper. "Puff, are you there?" he called out, his voice trembling slightly. A fluffy head popped out from the darkness, eyes widening in surprise. "Pippi, what are you doing here?" Puff chirped, his voice full of concern. Relieved, Pippi explained his predicament, his voice filled with urgency. "I got lost, Puff. I can't find my way back home," he confessed. Puff listened attentively, his brow furrowed with sympathy. "Don't worry, Pippi. I'll help you. I know the way," Puff reassured him. Pippi's face lit up with relief. He wasn't alone anymore. Under the soft moonlight, they began their journey back. Puff led the way, his small body navigating the snowy terrain with ease. They passed the warm rock, a landmark Pippi remembered vividly. The snow hill loomed in the distance, a beacon of hope in the darkness. Pippi's heart raced as he recognized the familiar silhouette. He spotted his family in the distance, their figures huddled together. "Mama! Papa!" Pippi cried out, his voice filled with joy. He rushed towards them, his flippers propelling him forward. His family turned, their eyes widening with disbelief and relief. They embraced him tightly, their warmth enveloping him in a comforting hug. "Pippi, you're safe!" "We were so worried," his mother exclaimed. Pippi recounted his adventure, sharing how he used his observation skills. "I remembered your advice, Mama. Stop, look, and listen," he said proudly. "I followed the Puff and Feather and the waddling tracks," he continued. "And Puff helped me find my way back," he added, smiling at his friend. Pippi's family praised his bravery, their eyes filled with admiration. "You're not just a little penguin anymore, Pippi," his father said. "You're a smart explorer, capable of anything," he added with pride. Pippi beamed with pride, his chest swelling with newfound confidence. He realized he had learned a valuable lesson about courage and resourcefulness. He was forever changed by his experience, a little penguin no more. From that day on, Pippi continued to explore, but with a newfound awareness. He always remembered his mother's advice and the importance of observation, and he never forgot the kindness of his friend Puff, who had guided him home. The snowy hills of Iceberry no longer seemed so daunting or scary. They were now a playground of adventure, waiting to be explored. Pippi looked forward to many more adventures, always with caution. He knew that even when lost, he could find his way back. He felt a surge of confidence, a feeling he had never experienced before. He was no longer just Pippi, the playful penguin. He was Pippi, the brave explorer of Iceberry. He snuggled close to his family, feeling safe and loved. The snowy landscape sparkled under the moonlight. Pippi closed his eyes, dreaming of new adventures. His family watched over him, their hearts filled with joy. Iceberry was their home, and they were together. The wind whispered a lullaby, a soothing melody. Pippi drifted off to sleep, a smile on his face. He knew he would always remember this day. A day of fear, courage, and ultimately triumph. He was home, safe and sound, surrounded by love, and that was all that mattered. The stars twinkled above, guarding their peaceful slumber. Pippi's snowy adventure had come to a happy end.